Hi everyone. So we never introduce ourselves on our page. I am Melissa and I am the mom to
Hope.
Hope. And little backstory. So I have been a mental health public speaker for a long time, about 16 years, and I actually started struggling with OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, at 5. But back then, we didn't talk about it because the negative attitudes and the stigma. So I was kind of told to hide and I just played sports and hid behind it. But of course, things build up, and we know the sooner you get help, the better. And if we hold things in, it gets really tough. So when I was a teenager, I really struggled and was really helped by a friend. Grateful to be here. And I just found that it was so important to talk about mental health because we should normalize it. We should talk about it because so many are affected by anxiety, depression, and so many other things. So, of course, as a speaker, I'm telling others to get help. And I started to realize that my daughter's struggling when she was 5 with severe anxiety. It was during COVID. She was having a tough time being dropped off at school, felt like something bad would happen to me, having thoughts. And of course, as her mom, I want to get her help, but at the same time, I don't want my daughter to go through what I went through. I kind of blame myself. And I had to take a step back and say, okay, it's really important that she gets help because I wasn't given the chance to get help back then because of the stigma. My parents did everything they could, but it was really hard. So we were able to get her specialized cognitive behavioral therapy. And what happened was when we were there, they turned her anxiety into something called
Worry shark.
the worry shark. And what is the worry shark? You want to tell them, explain to them what it is?
It used to be a glob of my worries, but I renamed it so that I could fight back to it.
So, what would you tell other kids? So, we wrote a book together called The Worry Shark with the child psychiatrist, and the goal is for kids to read it so they feel like they're not alone and they can learn to use a tool for CBT to turn their struggles into something that they can fight back, whether it's drawing it to really look at it and say, "Hey, I'm stronger than it." So, if you had a message for everybody within the Worry Shark, what would it be if someone you know was struggling with anxiety?
Um, you should fight back at it and not let it tell you what to do and how to do it, and don't let it fight back, and you can win over anything.
And I know you felt alone in it, and you know, mommy went through mental health stuff, and we're very open about it. So, after you started sharing your story, you were reading 2 different classes at school, which is really cool. So, when she's doing her readings, other kids are opening up and sharing. So, how did it make you feel when other kids were sharing some of their struggles with you?
It made me feel good, like I could help. I was starting to help more kids.
Good.